Hi, this is Vishal here from Grabcode. So in this video, we will be building a employee expense reimbursement portal where employees can upload the invoices for the reimbursement claim, and manager can approve and reject them on the basis of like the document submitted. So it will have two roles, an employee and a manager. An employee will be able to log in, create new expense claim, upload the proof as a file, and then manager can see all those data and then approve or reject them. So let's start with a blank project. So I'll create a project. Let's rename it expense approval system. Okay, and I'll create a project. So let's go and add authentication. So we definitely need authentication. I'll just choose the default settings for now. Proceed to collection. We'll need one collection where we will manage the expenses. So I'll call it expense. Okay, and then just create it. We can add fields here. So let's add maybe name of the expense. Create field, and it's amount, and we will add remaining fields later. So let's go to the plugin. I don't need any plugin, and let's start building the app. Okay, so first we will complete the collections, right? So we need two roles, which is an employee and a manager. We need sign up for both of them. We need expense where we will store the data of all the claims. Okay, so let's go to the collection and go to the expense and see the settings. Okay, so we have a name and amount. Let's add one more field where we will say a file, which is basically the invoice of the expense. Okay, then after that the status, so whether the expense is approved or rejected by manager. So I'll choose static option and I'll say status. Okay, so let's add few status: awaiting, approved, rejected. Okay, so once the employee submit the status, submit the expense, it will be awaiting. After that, it can be either approved or rejected. Okay, and then just save it. One more thing we want to save here is that who is the manager who is approving or rejecting it. So we'll put a reference and we'll say approved by. It will be a user, whether it's a manager or an employee. Okay, we'll just save the name, a text field, and that's all. Right. So let's go and fix remaining two collections. So let's go to role. Let's create the role which we need. So default is user role. I'll change it to employee. And let's create one more role, which is manager. Now we'll go to the user and see whether any changes are needed here or not. So here we have email, password, and roles. Okay, so let's add one more field, which is, let's say, full name. And that's all. So now we have created three collections for user, role, and expense. Now we have completed the collection. So let's go and design the pages. The very first page we need is employee dashboard, a manager dashboard, and maybe a page for employee to create new expenses, and a page for a manager to approve or reject those expenses. Okay, so I'll create a page. I will call it employee dashboard. Only employee can access it, so I have changed the permission. Okay. Another page we need is manager dashboard. Now in the permission we will say only manager can access it. One more page we need is create expense by employee. Okay, so only employee can access it because they will be creating the expense. One more page we need is approve expense approve for rejection by manager. Okay, so here only manager can access it. So we have created 4 pages. These should be good enough. Let's go and create the header or the navbar for them. Since there are several pages, let's go and create them in snippets so that we can reuse them as and when needed. So I'll say create a snippet. The very first snippet is employee header. So the snippet is here. Let's go and drop a navbar. Employee dashboard. Okay, we'll remove this, it's not needed, and change it to logout. Let's change the color. Okay, so I'll go to the decoration and change from blue to this one. Okay, so this is done. Let's go and create one more snippet for manager. Let's drop another navbar here. Call it manager dashboard. And also remove all these things. Change to logout. Okay, and link it to the logout action. Link it to the logout workflow. Let's change the color. So we have created 2 snippets. So let's go and add the snippets and complete the remaining UI. So we will build the employee dashboard. We will build the manager dashboard. We will create the form for an employee to create an expense claim. And we will build a form for manager to approve or reject that claim. Okay, so let's start with employee dashboard. In the employee dashboard, the very first thing I will drop a snippet and choose the employee header. So this is for employee. Now let's go and drop a header. We'll call it employee. Let's put some margin, padding to the top, bottom, 50 on the top, 50 on the bottom. Maybe make it center line and change the font. Now let's display a list of all the expenses along with the status. So we go to the component and drop a table. Here it is. We'll choose Vita from collection, expenses. As of now, we are displaying all the expenses, but we will soon change it to the expenses of that particular employee. We'll remove these buttons because these are not needed. So status, name, let's move towards the left. This is fine. And let's add a button to create a new expenses. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll go to the component and drop a button or a link. Okay, so a link is here. We link it to a create expense by employee page and just change the name to add claim. Okay, and apply the class. That's all. Okay, if you want it to be aligned to the right, so what we can do, we can go and drop a section. Okay, let's say 4-column layout and move the button in the last column. The column and maybe move it towards the right so that it is right aligned. So that's all. So we have created a page where they can add new expenses and see the status of their current expenses. So now let's build the expense form. So again, I'll go to the page. This is blank. Let's go and drop the snippet. Employee header. Okay. Now here we will drop a collection form basically to create a new expense claim. So what we'll do, we'll drop a section and let's say a 3-column layout. In the section, drop a collection form. Okay. So I'll just drop a collection form and choose expense. We want to create a new expense claim. We will need to assign an event since we don't have an event. So let's go and create one. So here we'll create an event called create expense by employee. Here I'll start the event. First of all, we'll say go to the collection and save data. Here we'll choose expense, go and save the data in the expense. Then maybe in the notifications, show a success or failure message. Okay, and redirect the user back to the dashboard. In the navigation page, redirect back to the employee dashboard, since employee is adding those claims. So let's get back, go back to the page, create employee expense, and let's bind this particular workflow event. So now we have an event create expense by employee. This is done. Okay, cancel, I need approval, I'll just remove because as of now no one is approving it, so only employee is adding it, that's all. And I can change the title to, let's say, create new claim. That's all. So we have created a very simple flow where employee can from the dashboard they can create a new claim. Let's go and build a similar dashboard for manager where they can see the claim and take approval or rejection action. Okay, so I'll go to the pages. Let's go to manager dashboard. On the manager dashboard, let's again drop the snippet, and this time it will be the manager header. Okay, this is it. Now let's drop an navbar. Sorry, now let's drop a header. Dashboard. I'll change the class margin. Maybe change the font, center line. That's all. Now let's display all the expenses claimed to this manager. So what we will do? Okay, we will go to the data table and drop it here. For now, let's display all the expenses. Okay, and then we will apply the filters. Okay, so name to the left, amount, invoice, status, and action. Okay, we will remove the delete button and change this to approve, reject. Now we will link this to the approval rejection page, which is expense approval or rejection by manager. Let's go and fix this page. Here what we will do, we want to update the status of the expense and also want to capture that who did it. So let's go and drop the snippet so that we have the header, which is it. After that, let's drop a collection form, right? We want to update the data, but here we want to display the data pre-selected for the expense claim. So what we will do, we will go to the pages and bind the collection. So in the settings, bind the collection, which is expense, so that when someone comes here, they will see the data pre-filled. And now again, build some layout. So let's say I'll drop a sections, let's say a 2-column layout, and here go to the CMS and drop the collection form, right? So here we will choose the collection, which is expense. Action we will have to create. Okay, so we'll create one action, but here I will say approve or reject claim. So here what we are doing, we are just updating the status, right? So we don't need a name, we can just delete it. We don't need amount, this is also fine. We don't need invoice, the person is already seen. The only thing we need is to change the status and who is doing it, right? Now since the person who is doing it is already logged, and so we don't need to ask them explicitly that tell me who you are, right? We can take the data from session. So we'll go to the settings, we'll say get value from session and just choose the ID, right? We need the ID of the person who is doing it. That's all, and make it a hidden field. Instead of text, we'll make it a hidden field. So now we have only a form where we are saying okay, who is doing it, and maybe we also want to display that for which particular claim this is happening. So we can go and display in the text that which particular claim it is. Since we already have the expense collection binded to this page, so we will get the value. So let's go and get the value from expense. Okay, so I'll say expense name. Okay, and maybe the person who has submitted this expense. So expense created by full name. Okay, so basically what the expense is and who did it. That's all. Save it. So now let's go and create an event for this approval process. So I'll go to my event and create add event and say approve or reject claim. Create. Now here what we want to do, we just want to update the collection. That's all. We'll say update data, nothing. After that maybe show a message. Okay, and maybe redirect the user back to the dashboard. The notification page redirect to the manager dashboard. That's all. Let's go back to the page and assign this particular event to the form, right? So that when they submit it, it update the status whether the expense is accepted or rejected. So the page is here. Let's go and assign the event to this. In the workflow event, I'll say approve or reject claim. That's all. Right. So we have completed the design and created the forms and the tables and applied the respective events. Now we will fix the login and the sign up flow so that a manager should be able to create an account, an employee should be able to create an account, update, they can submit a expense claim and manager can approve or reject it. So now let's create an employee flow where employee can sign up, they can log into the system, access the dashboard, submit a claim, okay, and manager can approve or reject it. We will not be creating a manager flow because you can always create manager from the backend and it will just the repetitive step similar to employee. So let's go to the events which got created and let's fix it. So first of all, let's fix the login event. So here in the login event, I want when the person is an employee, take him to employee dashboard. This is fine. When the person is manager, take them to manager dashboard. This is fine. Okay. This default we don't need, new role we don't need. So employee will go to employee dashboard, manager will go to manager dashboard, and that's all. This is fixed. Now let's fix the sign up flow. So let's go to the sign up page and see what is happening there. Okay, here, so I'll just change to employee sign up. Okay, and maybe put the remaining field, which is the first name, the full name. So we'll go to the collection and drop a collection field, right? So and change it to full name. So now when the employee is signing up, we will take the full name, the email address and the password. Okay, so now they will be able to create an account. Now we will have to go and fix the sign up event. In the event, let's go to the sign up event. Okay, we don't want to send any dynamic email, so I'll just remove it. So we'll in the sign up user, we'll just choose the role that whenever someone is signing up, what role we want to give them. I want to give the employee role, save it, show the message, and maybe redirect them to the login page. In the navigation, we'll see redirect them to the login page. That's all. Okay. We have not done anything on the landing page, so let's go and quickly do some very basic design. So what we will do, we will choose a pre-built layout and then just drop something. Okay. Let's see this one. That's all. Say that's all. So we have created a very simple landing page where we say just create an account and then start claiming your expenses. So let's go and see how this looks like. So I'll click the preview. As of now, you can see there is no users in the system. So let's go and create one manager, right? We don't want to create manager sign up, so let's create one from the backend. Okay, so I'll say a username manager@email.com, password, role is manager, and full name is manager1. It's a manager1. Save. That's all. So we have created a manager. Manager will be able to log in and approve or reject the claim. Let's do an employee sign up. So employee, I'll choose creator account. Okay, we have not linked it, so let's go and link it. Sorry, let's link it to the sign up page. Go back, reload the page and click creator account. So it will take me to the sign up page. Here we will create an employee. Okay, so let's say employee 1 emp1@gmail.com and sign up. Now it has created the account and taken me to the login page. So now let's log in from this employee. Login. So now it has taken me to the employee dashboard. Wow. I can start claiming new expenses. So let's go and add new expense. So here it is showing me some form which we designed. This is how it looks like. So let's say a transportation expense amount, let's say $100. I can upload the invoice. So let's upload some dummy image. Okay, and then the status. Okay, so we don't want to take status from the employee, so we can just go to the employee form and fix this. So let's go to the employee form and fix this, and also fix the layout of the form. It's not looking good. Okay, so I'll remove the status and delete this column and maybe make this column a bit wider. 12, 8. So this is working on a grid layout, okay, which was from the responsive system. Let's go and refresh this page. So the form is a bit better. Okay, so transport claim. Okay, amount $100, invoice. Let's upload some dummy file and submit. Now I can see I have submitted a claim. In status, since we have not given any status, so it is showing blank, but once it gets approved or rejected, they will start seeing the status. So let's go and log in as a manager and see this claim and then try to approve or reject it. So I'll log in as a manager. Manager 1, login. Now if you see, this manager is basically seeing this particular claim, but he can choose to approve or reject it, but we have not yet linked it to the page. So let's go and quickly do it. So let's go to the manager dashboard and just link this button to the approval or rejection page. So I'll choose the page which is approval rejection and just choose the ID. Let's choose the ID. That's all. This is fine. Let's go and refresh it. So the manager can approve or reject this claim. So let's click approve or reject button. Now it is showing me transport claim by employee 1, and I can approve or reject. Okay, I'll say approve. That's all, and submit. Now that is done, it has taken me to the manager dashboard, and the status is now approved. Now if I log in as an employee, I will be able to see this claim whether it's been approved or rejected. So I'll just log out. And log in as an employee, so I can see that this claim is approved. Hope this is clear now. Hope you enjoyed the video and saw that how easy it is to build basic workflow engine or basic approval process in Drapcode. So we'll continue to build many more videos where you can learn how to build complex systems. Thanks for watching. Have a good evening. Bye bye.